A social insurance number, or SIN, is a 9-digit unique number issued by the Government of Canada to citizens, permanent residents, temporary residents, and students. You should apply for a SIN as soon as possible after arriving in Canada. You need to have a SIN to work, open a bank account, obtain government services, apply for a student loan, and pay taxes. Apply for a SIN through a Service Canada Centre. To find your nearest office, look in the phone book, online, or by calling 1-800-O-Canada. You can apply for your SIN in person or by mail. If possible, apply in person and be sure to bring all the correct paperwork with you. You'll need to fill out an application form and show original documents that prove your identity and status in Canada. The documentation a permanent resident requires to apply for a SIN includes permanent resident card, confirmation of permanent residence, and Canadian visa attached to your passport. You should be sure that all your information on your confirmation document is correct before applying for your SIN. Any inaccurate information on this document will delay your application. If you are a temporary resident and authorized to work in Canada, you need to apply for a SIN. Your documentation to support this includes Canadian work permit, study permit, visitor record, or a diplomatic identity card. If your documents have a different name than the one you are now using, you must supply supporting documents, such as a certificate of marriage or legal change of name. Documents must be originals in English or French. Each person will need to apply for their own SIN number. For example, a family of 3 would have 3 separate numbers: one for the mother, one for the father, and one for the child. In order to obtain government services for your family, apply for your child's SIN while you are applying for your own. There is no minimum age restriction. To apply, you must have your child's original documents that show you are the parent or legal guardian. If you want to apply by mail, obtain forms from the Service Canada website and mail original copies of all requested information. Once you receive your card, take care of it. Your SIN card is not an identity card. Only provide your social insurance number when it is legally required. You should leave the card in a safe place. Carry it with you only if you know you are going to need it that day. Do not provide your SIN number to anyone on the phone or by email unless you have made the call and know who you are dealing with. The Service Canada website has more information about protecting your SIN number. You're now on your way to becoming a resident of British Columbia. Using a map is a good way to get familiar with your new neighborhood. Tourist information centers often have free maps, or you can buy one at a store. BC Transit's website has links to information for all local transit services throughout British Columbia. This includes TransLink, the service for Metro Vancouver. You'll need exact change for your transit fare, or a ticket, or pass. Most transit systems sell books of tickets or monthly bus passes, which can be purchased at local stores. Young children often ride free with an adult, and discount fares are available for seniors, people with disabilities, children, and full-time students. On transit systems which issue transfers, You can connect to another bus or other form of transit within a certain period of time. Request these from the driver when you pay your fare. In the Lower Mainland, there's a zone system in effect, and traveling between zones usually requires you pay an additional fare. In some areas, like on the SkyTrain and C-Bus, spot checks are conducted to ensure passengers have paid their fares. You can receive a substantial fine if you travel on transit without paying your fare. Bus stops are marked by signs. In some rural areas, you may be able to flag down a bus on the road, but ask locally. When waiting for a bus, join the back of the line and allow those in front of you to get on before you. If you're walking, make sure you obey traffic lights and cross the street at a corner or crosswalk. Be sure that drivers can see you before you step out into the street. The rules of the road state that pedestrians have the right of way, then bicycles, then vehicles. Remember, vehicles drive on the right side of the road. If there's no sidewalk, walk on the left side of the road, facing traffic. Bicycles should ride on the road with traffic and obey traffic lights. Use a CSA-approved child seat if you're transporting a child on your bicycle. At night, you'll need lights on your bike, red on the rear and white on the front. You're required by law to wear a bike helmet. The only exception is for Sikhs wearing turbans. In most urban areas, you'll need a good sturdy lock to secure your bike. Some city buses have special racks to hold bicycles. You can also bring your bike on the C-Bus and SkyTrain during certain hours. Many communities have taxi service. You can find these in the yellow pages under taxicabs. If you or someone in your family has a medical disability, there may be a handy dart service in your community. This transportation is for people with a disability who are unable to use conventional transit. You'll need to register first, then you can make reservations in advance for door-to-door travel for a small fee. See their website for further information. Here's a review of Canadian currency and payment options. Canada uses coins and bills as currency. A nickel is 5 cents. A dime is 10 cents. A quarter is 25 cents. The $1 coin is commonly called a loonie, named after the loon on the coin. The $2 coin is commonly called a toonie. Next is our paper currency. A $5 bill is blue and is the most common bill. Next is the purple $10 bill. Then the green $20 bill. The bill after this is the red $50 bill. And finally, a brown $100 bill. The Bank of Canada is responsible for printing Canadian currency. They've included a number of security features to protect against counterfeiting. Each new bill has a metallic or holographic stripe, a ghost image or watermark, see-through number, and raised ink on parts of the bill. For more information, go to the Bank of Canada website. Moving on to the virtual world. Wire transfers allow you to send money from one location to another electronically. This can be done through a financial institution, the post office, or a private company. Fees for wire transfers vary, so shop around and compare prices. Most banks have some form of online payment available on the bank's website. This is a convenient method of paying bills. When shopping online, payments are usually made by credit or debit cards. Be cautious about giving out your personal information. Valid websites will never ask for your bank or credit card's PIN, your social insurance number, your date of birth, or driver's license number. As well, financial institutions and credit card companies will never ask for account information by email or phone. If you receive emails or phone calls asking for this type of information, they are probably fraudulent or fake. See the RCMP's website for more information.